I was not mean to you yet, Arg. It didn't happen. Ah, shit. It's too early for a woman to peel potatoes. Gamer.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Your saliva.
The master works all, you can't go wrong.
Streets of Rogue. Yeah, sure. Okay, I got one of the Scourge bosses on my portal. I haven't fought this one yet. Game? I'm almost at 4 years sub. That's a lot of years. Have you ever thought of not just like stopping? This kind of is a bop.
You got kids?
Oops, clumsy me.
It only gets better. Yeah, I was gonna assume this is like 1-1. This is a pretty good bot for floor 1-1. Though I can barely hear it now behind all of the explosions. All these dumb enemies be blowing up all the time.
Today, he swapped stories with fellow cyber junkies in the forum.
Okay. Pretty sure the boss is like right here. I was watching his attack and thinking like, who would ever get hit by that slow ass attack? I don't even know what hit me. I mean, I saw like 30 projectiles did in fact hit me, but I don't know where they came from. I gotta like farm juice to be able to fight him. If we run out of juice, we're screwed. What's the point of living if you have no juice? But most of the map is already cleared. So it's, you know, it's rough out here. I might not be able to do it. Hi, gamers. Hey. Hey, gamer. I gotta sneeze. Dude, my nose is allergied times 10,000 this morning. I never even opened it. Dude, 30% increased evasion rating while moving on an... I didn't know they could roll that. That's quite a lot. And, you know, you're kind of always moving. Last floors. Oh, it's on shuffle. Yeah, I need some juice. Kind of desperate for some juice right now. Yeah, no spoilers. Okay, we got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Noise. Something was shooting meteors at me. I didn't like it. Yeah, Mythicor. Isn't that the good one? My whole screen is items. What do? Are any of these actually tier 3 scourges? No. You think I'm just gonna sit here and read all of these? No.
Too much clutter.
But trash. Increased fire damage on the corruption. Adds damage. I mean, it's not good enough, but it's kinda okay. Maybe someone buys it for cheap. Was the mythic orb the good one? To a unique rarity or destroys it. They're 8 chaos. Never mind. I'm gonna say cannot leech manas. probably pretty poopy. I want to kill chaos. Please. Oh shit. I didn't realize like bops were starting. I gotta start the bop. Where'd that lady go? Anyone seen lady? She keeps fucking teleporting. I can't shoot that fast. Give lady. Quantity of logbooks. Let's go. I want to get expedition rolling. Is it shitpost? Did it come out? Actually, yeah, I thought I saw people playing it. The second demo? We're doing game demos? What is this? 1620? Take 3,000 damage when you shift into the nightmare, and you shift into the nightmare randomly. That's quite the map. I'm gonna pass on that for now. The whole game's gonna be a shitpost. I think it's better. Like, if they showed the trailer for it originally, and it was like, I want to kill chaos, I want to kill chaos, and it was like, wow, this is a fucking joke of a game, this looks awful. And then you see more of the game and you're like, oh, it is a joke of a game. That looks pretty cool. It's way better that they committed to being a joke. Because if they didn't, it would just be a Final Fantasy game, and they're all terrible from beginning to end. Every single one of them. It's just facts. Man, I just got put back in the dumpster. Sustaining maps. How? Back down to white maps again. I just did a whole bunch of yellows. You got any yellows for me? We got one. Map, you're my only hope. Also, I feel like Val orbs do not drop. I haven't been seeing any of them. Reflect elemental, fuck you. Cannot regenerate light. It doesn't matter for me anymore. Wait, no, mana? No, mana matters a lot. I keep missing that modifier. I mean, this is set up correctly, right? Lyra Arthane doesn't need any of the gems because it gives you a map from a connecting area, and then these are both juiced. They're both max fucking... That's how it's supposed to work, right? Asking for a friend. Even if it wasn't, these maps are all showing as tier 7s, which would be fine to get. Oh, well no, these ones in the beginning are tier 4. Isn't he behind? Behind who? Tail Spinner's behind? Same build? Yeah, I got a lot better stuff and I just committed. And it's working out a lot better now. The tornado is actually doing a lot. Because now my damage is way up. I put a lot more damage into the tornado and the tornado itself deals a lot more damage. Look, it's just... Look, one tornado. Blah. Tornado, do it. Well, okay, its pathing was a little bit weird there. But it's finally leveling up, so it has enough movement speed. I want to get the extra 10% movement speed on it with quality, but it's like gem level 19, so soon. What build you running? This one, where I shoot Ice Spear. No build guide, I made it myself. I shoot Unleash Ice Spear at my tornado. Ice Spear unleashes 16 projectiles, so it gets near the cap. And it just does a lot of high damage because Ice Spears do a lot of critical hit stuff. And then we're using Void Battery to get a lot of crit. Tornado that man. Pseudo shotgun? Yeah. Ice Spear is a really cool skill. It's really awkward, but it is a lot of fun. There's quite a few links in my gear that I need to change. I'm currently running Cast on Hit Ice Wall. I thought it would be funny. But I forgot that, not Cast on Crit. Cast on Damage Taken Ice Wall. I forgot that Cast on Damage Taken will actually target the enemy that damaged you. So I was like, I want the Ice Wall to be placed next to me. And just push things away from me. But that's not how it works. But I still might put a damage taken and put cold snap on it more than using a guard skill. Because I have so much like chill and freeze chance that whoever shot me is going to be stunned for like a second. Rather than me going, oh, I gained like a, you know, I gained a guard skill. Nah, I recover health fast enough. I want whoever hit me to never be able to take another action ever again. Oh, what the fuck? Don't usually die when they hit you, though? Only if I get multi-hit like that, like 30 times in a row. I actually have resistances now. Not a lot of chaos resistance, which is what that was. But whoever has chaos resistance? Nobody. That's who. Hardcore gamers. I have a lot of my skill tree that I want to respec as well. I need like 20 regret orbs. Oh, let's use our Zana mission, because that's like the highest tier map we've had in a hot minute. I have -8 chaos resist, which isn't bad. To say -8 chaos resist is not bad. That means I at least have some, technically, because it would normally be like minus 60, right? Or minus... Yeah, minus 60. The game is totally balanced around... Hey, all you non-PoE gamers, the game's totally balanced around expecting you to not have chaos resist. Very few enemies where they're like, hey, you know what? We're gonna give it a lot of chaos. It's like... Nice, bro! I was here. Our next big ticket item that we want, and it's gonna be a pain in the ass, and actually I was just looking at the prices of some of them, is the Ivory Tower armor. The 6-link Ivory Tower, there's some corrupted ones right now that are 2 exalts, which I could afford. I've got some cash in the bank. Some good orbs in the guild stash. I'm actually not sure what I'm respecing into yet, but I guess. I just know there's a few things that I have that aren't helping. The problem is that I need an Ivory Tower that is like off color 3 blue, 3 green. Which I feel like is going to be more of a pain in the ass than it needs to be. Tornado! Same boss, just teleporting around. I like shoot too slowly to catch her. I was here. It's my first exalt this league, actually. I found a tainted exalt, but like, who cares? Venom Gear. There's a slight chance I might roll Venom Gear again this league. Oh yeah, I totally forgot already it was a Zona map. Hey, Zana. Olmec. Our first red maps. I just run Olmecs to get map completion. Yeah. I don't really want to. Kind of don't like this map, but I am absolutely going to die on the chaos, bottom left chaos minion monster thingies. Am I? Am I? No, I'm not. I'm not going to die. I'm a fucking god gamer. The projectile is going to come at me, and then I'm going to dance around it. Okay, this one, though, okay, his shield went down. I don't remember it having a shield ever. Probably because it immediately goes down. How much is reaction skill based how well you made your build? It would definitely lean on the side of how well you made your build. And sometimes this build just fucks me, like right there. When quick enemies come off screen, I get stuck in this unleash animation for a really long time, so I need to be very careful moving forward, but I don't want to be careful because I'm on softcore. But you can build super duper ultra tanky, and then it would come down to more so, rather than reactions, is knowing the boss mechanics, because you're probably only going to die to bosses or the rare situations where rare monsters stack a bunch of one-shot damage modifiers on top of each other. And it's like knowing what's dangerous and avoiding it rather than reacting to like individual projectile. If you build your character to actually have defense, which I didn't. I don't know what defense is. Oh, also, I am built for energy shield, like as my main defense. I have 800 energy shield right now. Because the items I have just don't have energy shield on it, but I kind of need them because of the sockets, and I haven't found better yet. Like if I put an energy shield chest, like regalia on, my life would triple. Effective life, you know what I'm saying? Not energy shield, not actual life. Cast on death. Yeah, I need some cast on death going. Does cast on death work on minions? Because if it does, why have I never heard of like a really good cast on death like Summon Raging Spirit? No? Yeah, that would be nuts. And I'm not using a shield if I had a... Yeah. I can't wait till like a league or 2 or 3 from now, where they finally released enough orb skills for there to be a unique or any character that does anything with the orb tag on a skill gem. It's like the only 2 orbs are Tornado and Hydrosphere right now.
Too much clutter.
Too much clutter in your ass. And like it doesn't mean anything. Orb of Storms. What? Wait, what? I guess. I'm very curious what they're gonna do with the tag, because the skills are all over the place. And at that point, why even tag them? Orb of Storms triggered by Tornado. They're definitely missing some interaction. Dude, honestly, if we can get this Ivory Tower, get it 6-linked, we would gain, like, double, triple health, because we would also reserve our health and get Petrified Blood. And then we would be low life to gain 30% more spell damage. It's big. We found an Exalt. But I'm probably going to have to 6-link it myself. Or not 6-link it. I'm going to have... Well... So I was going to read up on this. What are people doing exactly with the new corruption stuff? And the new fusing? Unpredictably adds or removes a link to the largest group of link sockets. Are people using those to 6-link? Well, I feel like I have 4 of these. We get a 5-socketed Ivory Tower. But here's the real issue. Okay, you know what? I just need... No, just... Listen. I need a 6 socket at Ivory Tower that is currently not linked. I need to get it to be the right colors because there are none that exist on the whole market that are the right color for me. Because I need 3 off colors and it's going to be awful. I have like 100 chromas. I'm probably just going to have to slam chromas on it until it works. Because I don't think there's a color socket that's going to help me. And I don't have any of the higher ones yet. I need 3 green, 3 blue. Is there an at least 3? No, it's always at least 2. And I don't think Harvest even... Harvest might have like a turn a red into a green that might help me. Is this a spiritual successor? Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of gotten its own identity at this point, but definitely when Path of Exile first came out, it was like, hey, we're the spiritual successor to Diablo 2. And that was like 8+ years ago. Okay, so, no, that one's corrupted. There is a 30 Chaos Ivory Tower with 6 sockets. I'm gonna have to start trying. It's like all that I need. Big deal. Doesn't seem like Diablo 2. It seemed a lot more like Diablo 2 when it first came out. But like I said, it kind of has become its own thing. And they're introducing hard mode in like a month or 2. That will probably make the game look and feel a lot more like Diablo 2 because Chris Wilson has a huge boner for it. It's funny to play through D2R. If you played the Diablo 2 mod Median XL, which is like my favorite game ever, and I'm not going to stop telling people to try it. One of the people who made Median XL ended up doing some work for Path of Exile, and I think more clearly you would see the inspiration from Median XL in this game than like actual Diablo 2. Particularly the fact that there's no gold in this game and it's all currency that you exchange was like heavily... it was a huge thing in original Median XL. Okay, there's not like any trick I'm forgetting where I could potentially get this easier. And I can't guarantee white sockets or anything. It's already 20 quality. That doesn't matter. Well, we're gonna have to like link it. Unless I get some harvest crafts. Betrayal. Which, is there a way to guarantee that in Betrayal? I'm pretty... I have all the June, Atlas things allocated, so I can probably get that going pretty quickly. We're decent progress on these. Barichi, thank you. Okay, so like with this... Hold on, I'm gonna look this up.
The answer was equally as stupid as the question.
How does Varici work? I'm looking at it right now. Hold up. This soundtrack is good again, by the way. Every song's been nice. Change 1 to 6 sockets on item into a white socket. Must have no white socket. and not be corrupted. His rank, yeah, okay. And then it's when you do his I forget what you call it, like his base, and you go into his base. That's when you get it. Because I've never like intentionally farmed anything from Betrayal. I've just been like, do Betrayal as quickly as I can, get to the I don't know. I like the Betrayal missions, but I don't like how the rewards are structured. I just like to get to the final boss and then get that giant room full of all the shit and be like, yay. I'm also going to need to link this. So what we want to do is try and get a 5 link, and then we're going to try and corrupt it with Scourge to get the 6th link. Yes. Yes, double checking everything before I waste all my currency. Did stream get screwed up? You got screwed up. I'm sorry, you didn't get screwed up.
Who wins?
My stream's fine though. Burn the currency. Burn the currency. That's good advice. Which region is Harwork Hamlet? Going to the Hamlet? Man, I wanted to do Lyra Arthane's. I want to get expeditions going. But this armor is very important to me. What? Oh, also, some fucking dude sold this Merlin's. This thing is, like, actually perfect. 100 evasion, 240 crit molt. I got it for 1 chaos. That guy got fucked. I went to trade him in his hideout, and it was the default hideout. Fuck that guy. So I'm probably gonna need to Scourge that eventually. But I don't want to take it off. I had another one that I Scourged. But then I can't Scourge it further because I guess it was low item level. The item level, the one I have is 70, so I could do more. Scammer streamer? Yeah. Okay, I need Hamlet. Hamlet! Wait, that's Valdo's Rest. Why is that showing up? Really philosophically? Okay. He put it for trade, I bought it. 554 chromes using one. I think it's easier and more likely that we just get the white sockets, which would also be beneficial because we're going to end up scourging and corrupting it. Probably. I mean, most likely. And then changing the socket colors after that will be very hard. I'ma hurt you. Oh, I fucking love him. Hillock is my Pee-wee waifu. I'm changing from June. Wait, no, it's still June. Hillock gets 2nd place. All of his dialogue, A+.
washing out the stain. Listen.
Last time you saw my stream was 8 years ago. I don't know how I maintain a stream channel where all of my viewers haven't watched me for 8 years. How there's like regularly a few hundred people in my channel and all of them have never seen me before. It's fucking wild.
No more. Sell. How often?
Do I even have a Varici? Oh, I do.
From the Brotherhood of Silence at your whim.
I'm gonna start paying attention. Is he's a lieutenant already? I don't know what that means.
Be held responsible for whatever viciously
How the fuck would I? I'm just a normal ass guy.
No, no. Damn you, no.
If you kill me, another will take my place.
Varici becomes
You will have
trusted.
made a target
Is
of
that
yourself.
good?
The sensible action would be to sow the
Is
seeds
that
of
good?
loyalty within
How the fuck does this mechanic work?
and they will soon find themselves at my side.
Yeah. I mean, I guess him being trusted is good.
I knew you were sharp, considering
I'm sure that means something to someone. Yeah, what does the quality do on Temporal Rift? Oh, also, you know what I'm very sad about? I did my Uber Labyrinth or whatever. Whatever it's called. Pretty sure that's right. It was like the first time I ever finished lab and got a helmet enchant for a skill that I actually wanted the enchant. I got a increased frostbite curse effect, which adds a shit ton of damage for me. But I did not have a single helmet. Not even a base. I had nothing to actually put it on, so the helmet it's on right now is absolute dumpster. Poopy tier. So I should, like, scour it and try and get any relevant stats on it. But I also think it's like a level 20 base item or some shit. Very sad. I've like intentionally farmed Labyrinth before
Bring myself to care.
to try and get like, oh, I want to try and get an enchant for myself.
Wish to join my ancestors, just a wise choice
And
indeed.
I've never found anything that I even remotely close to a skill that I have. Oh, I'm gonna get twice enchanted and do Uber Lab. You fool. I think long term what I actually want though is there's a ice spear gains +1 projectile. Would definitely be the best for me. Honestly, it would be better if I just looked at bases that have that enchant on it right now and buy it for like 1 chaos. It's +1 projectile on Ice Spear without a damage reduction. Also bajillion damage. And it would put my amount of projectile shot per unleash at exactly 20. So if every single projectile hit the tornado, it would be maxed out. Oh, hold on. You know, I really like Scourge. I really like the mechanic. I have not... I understand how powerful the rewards are, but I haven't really been enjoying getting rewards from it. It takes a long-ass time. Getting these skills to max is really important. It's going to be a long time before I do. The maps are kind of obnoxious. And... I don't know, like, if you have gear that you want to Scourge, you also want to have that gear equipped. You don't want to put it in the oven because you're using it. The best thing about it might just be the chance to 6-link is a little bit more something that you can influence. Dude, I'm still even trying to understand what chat was saying. Interrogate him and he'll pull him out of lieutenant? Is that something I want to do? Is that a warning? How the fuck does this mechanic work? I wish I played during Betrayal League just so that I would know how Betrayal works.
He's showing interest in my body?
Wasn't notified? Get fucked. Thank you. Who's that leaf mace? Wrong way, gamer.
Very differently this time, Exile.
That's the little advisor to go. No more timeouts. Please. No! Not in the dark again.
None of you are my guy.
Hate the syndicate.
Research.
Rather be dead.
Research. We like research.
Always hoped. You know what she does to me,
I think. I think we like research.
I've seen your strength. Take from me what you will.
They'll never even suspect, boss.
'Cause technically, actually, I think by pure chance and accident, our map is already set up correctly in that Varici is the leader of research. Which is exactly what we need to get the white socket thing going. Like, before I even knew I need this, he just, oh, coincidentally, there he is.
Just typical. Try not to be caught inside.
What kind of cowardice is this assassin? It was only playing.
Varici, yo, what's up? +1 rank to Varici. Blah!
Gruesome.
That's my boy.
Gruesome. That was vivid. I see you're not one to... Time to espionage a ray. Espionify?
Shut up, Janice. Today I learned that the Parandis family was like the emperors of the earth? I guess I already forgot. And it wasn't today, it was like a few days ago, that's why I don't remember. Already forgot, lore is out of my mind. Isn't Farici an intervention though? I don't think so. Unless I accidentally moved him. I swear I read research, but I am dumb streamer, so. I was doing some reading on bloodlines for Myriad, and was trying to figure out. Okay, I don't want to explain what I was trying to figure out. How do I start explaining this then? I guess skip right to the point. Back in the day, there were a lot of people that claimed to be from one bloodline of some king. I can't remember any of the details, just like what the intention is, but it's hard to explain. I do that with everything that I remember. Like, I remember the point, not the names, the details, or anything. Just like the generalized concept in my brain is completely clear exactly what I need to know. But if I'm trying to explain it to anyone else, like, wait, fuck, what? Wait, how did it work? It was about, like, Jesus. And Jesus had some claim to being a descendant of some king, or it was someone else in the fucking Bible. I don't know. There's a lot of people in the Bible that are like, hey, I'm a descendant of this king-ass guy. Right? So everyone's a descendant from this king-ass guy. But the numbers on the research for, like, the odds of you actually being a descendant of that person and living in that area at that time was actually very likely. Like a 50% chance if you traced back your ancestors, that 50% of the people who lived in this area likely had a common ancestor of that king. So, like, pretty much anyone could claim that, and it wouldn't be wrong. Like, flip a coin. Yep, that king's my daddy. That king is fucked. Yeah, I'm explaining this awful. Genghis Khan blood. Kind of. And the number for, like, if you wanted to go back in time and find one person who could potentially be a common ancestry, like if you wanted to find, like, me and this guy, who do we have common in our what's the term for it? Ancestry tree, our giant tree of people, where we put all our people on the tree. If you went back 3,000 years, there could be one person who was alive who is a common ancestor of every single person alive today. And 3,000 years isn't that long of a time for that to be, you know? Imagine 3,000 years ago, you were just fucking. You were just fucking for the hell of it. You're like, I'm just fucking. I'm having kids. Like, what the fuck? Oh, he is in her. Wait. Oh, yeah. I saw research underneath him. Does it matter if he's in research or not? I don't even know.
Maybe I'll find myself a new job.
Nothing better to do. Yeah, but I don't know. You're just fucking around, and then 3,000 years go by, and everyone on Earth has a common ancestor and is, like, technically related to you. You're the All Father, the actual All Father. Anyway, how was that for some, like, word soup salad?
Hello.
Hello. Dude, June. If only you were real. Okay, I killed the boss, right? I was more focused. Yeah, I did. I was more focused on the syndicate shit. Ah, shit. Yeah, I need to move him to research. If he's an intervention, he just drops a scarab. But if he's in research, then we get the white socket thing. So I need to be able to move Varici. I'm beginning to understand. I'm beginning to see the light. June's heart is taken by Zana. Read the lore. Fuck. I actually wanted to listen to the blood sacrifice. The last one to die. New character. What their dialogue is. I haven't listened to any of it. You know who's the coolest guy to listen to in Path of Exile? Like, I want to listen to some cool lore. Which I know you all think while you play this game. It's not even really lore. It's the fucking old guy in Heist. The old crazy guy. He says some wild shit. And I love him. He's on some like next level conspiracy theories. Where he doesn't believe that Katava was killed, and he's like denies that that whole city was even invaded by Katava in the first place. Everyone else in Heist is like, oh dude, you're the one who killed Katava? Okay. And he's the only person that's like, that sounds fucking stupid. Didn't happen. We're being lied to. Which honestly, oh yeah, me and I'm in kind of a thief gang. You know, we just go and do some heists and steal some stuff from banks. Also, the guy I'm doing it with, yeah, he killed Katava by himself. Yeah, he's just doing some petty crime, you know. He's the only sane person in the whole fucking place.
I really do hate the idea of dying, but go on. What? Not even.
You shall make a fine pet for
Amy!
brutal. No.
You're my kind of murderer, Exile.
You're getting on my nerves.
You're getting on my nerves. Go away.
Seriously? You got the jump and you still need backup?
Leo, you used to fight with armor. Don't get back on. It's over, Leo. Where's the light?
Yo, where's my guy Varici?
Always hoped I'd get a warrior's death.
Leo moves to intervention. Where's Leo? Leo's nowhere, so that would just take Varici out of... But it wouldn't put him anywhere relevant. Oh, wait, no, because he doesn't become king. Can I move King Varici now that he's already in that spot? I imagine because you can still fight them. I don't see why not. I'm just very paranoid that I'm not doing something right.
Listen and do not blink.
Yeah, I have to interrogate Varici, but he really hasn't shown up. He's been hiding. He knows I'm coming for him. His eyes look familiar. You're wearing a mask.
What's your eyes? Are you Batman?
Oh yeah, the regret orbs. I'm gonna start doing all the Val areas that I see because they drop more Val orbs. And Val orbs are really good this league. And I'm not getting a lot of them. Yeah, we got fucking blasted by 800 dudes in our face. Fucking love it. Honestly, that's why I play the game.
Too much clutter.
Give me that. They blast back. I'd prefer enemies that stand still and don't fight back, which is why I'm playing cold. Alright, just fire. I actually need that. What is it? I remember they nerfed it a while back, and I haven't looked at this skill since then. 10% more spell damage. Dude, what did it used to be? Because they nerfed it because it's like, oh, it's too dependent and everyone needs this. And it's still like, dude. 10% more fucking spell damage? No shit, everyone needs it. It must have been like 20 before? Very funny. Grow up. Also, I'm blind and I didn't realize, but there is more skill duration on the skill tree that would be easier for me to get. That's what I was thinking about getting. Hold up. Down here. Right here. Increase skill effect duration. 10% more skill effect. So we could come down through here, get the good max energy shield nodes, and then right here we get skill duration for tornado, which we don't really need anymore because we're auto casting tornado. But I think I might put like cold snap on my auto cast instead. I'm not really sure what I want to do. Who that was? Oh, my screen is actually covered. Friendship fiendish. Oh, thanks, Tiff. I still haven't seen the name, so there's in my mind like a 5% chance I'm wrong and I'm thanking the wrong person for hosting me. Which, that person would be like, the fuck?
It'll be you begging for your life.
I'll help you, Skip.
No, it's Tiff. Good. My 3,000 Path of Exile windows open are covering my, my notifications.
Don't want to die.
Hey, look, where the fuck is Varici?
Hate the dark.
I hate the dog. I love Hillick.
Too
The
much
one line that he has, I can't remember exactly how it's phrased. It's been a while. Say it next time, dude. Hate myself. It is. I think it's like hate the dark, hate myself, some, and it's so sad. And you just want to be friends with him. Wait, did I? This June is fake. Oh, because yeah, I knew I missed one. Drop a map. Yeah.
Take them. They're yours. There's plenty more where that came from, but I don't expect you'll be getting them.
Are you the real June? Where's the real June? Where did the real June go? There you are.
cool wins.
But thanks, Tiff. Hope you had a good stream. Hope you're hoping. Hope. Hoppity hope. Hoppity hop hop. Hibbity hop. He's in the game, he's unreachable. What was said to me. Don't swear. Don't say swears. Are people trying to censor me to change who I am? I'll have you know I live in Texas.
Cool winds.
Which is a defining personality trait. The longer you're here, the more you're just like, guns. I can't take my guns from me.
Blessings.
You just get exposed to it and it becomes you. I would corrupt you. Man, I got so much junk.
Blessings.
Oh, it's legal to open carry a sword. Yeah. My brother who lives in Idaho has many times told me the open carrying laws, which I don't like. I guess it happened to him too. He lived in Idaho for too long, and he was just like, yeah, I'm getting a rifle. You can open carry it. Everyone around here's got guns. It's all about guns now. You can't take my guns from me.
Celerin.
Need a yellow Hamlet map.
See you.
It's pretty decent odds I get it with a Horizon, right? Nope. Then we just keep going. That's gonna be like useless until we can, for a long time. Let's be for realsies. The ones were bullets. Yep. Yep. I have to consider if I actually want the skill duration. Because it's like not worth getting energy shield right now because I barely even have any equip. But all of this, don't really need it. All of this, don't really need it. I'm going to have to respec that. And then once I get energy shield like the Ivory Tower, come down here and get all that. Because we auto-cast Tornado now. So we're already casting it every 4 seconds. So we don't need it to last longer. But if I got the increased duration, then I would take it off of autocast. So that I only use it... I don't know, that seems dumb too. How's the autocasting work? It's on my wand. You can get a June crafted thingy for wands. Trigger a spell on using a skill with a 4-second cooldown. It's like anytime I use a skill and it's been 4 seconds, I just create a tornado. Which is nice because it removes the cast time for said tornado. Do the projectiles collide? Collide with what? Which projectiles? With the tornado? Like if I auto-cast tornado while I'm shooting Ice Spear, then yeah, all the Ice Spears automatically hit the tornado. Unfortunately, the Ice Spears don't hit phase 2 because the tornado is made directly in front of you, so I'm missing a lot of damage. So what we want is, we have Phantasmal Ice Spear. Travels reduced distance before changing forms. But I tested with the 11% with that gem quality. It is not enough to change that fact. So what I've been trying to do, and it's a little bit more awkward, is to like summon Hydrosphere, wait for the tornado to move out first, and then shoot. But there's like such a small window where I can still actually shoot the tornado. But just having that distance before the tornado appears will make the tornado deal like 3 times more damage. But while I'm running around and mapping, just randomly creating tornadoes and shooting them, and then they're kind of killing stuff I wouldn't. Like tornado here. I like to also, right after the tornado is made and kill stuff in the real world, switch to Scourge, and then I keep the tornado up. So it kind of gets to double down on the things it can target. Because its movement speed isn't great, but you can overcome that by, oh, there's a tornado here. Switch, tornado is already killing things, you know? Oh shit, we're zooming now. I could also currently probably afford, I definitely could afford a snake pit. Maybe they even went down in price. And then we can do that whole disaster. That would make my clear go up significantly. But I don't feel like I need, my clear has been great. Especially since I incorporated a vortex, where I walk past a weak mob and just click a vortex and they all explode. And it's like a one-linked vortex and it can still kill things. We want... I don't know what we want. I've not bought it yet. It's really expensive. It's not a good item. Well, okay, it's a good item, but it usually drops in price. It's just that it only drops on some endgame bosses that most people haven't gotten to yet. Not really even that endgamey. I'm not too far away from fighting them myself. There's just not a lot of them on the market. So after a few days, it's 2 exalts right now. It's gonna drop down to like 20 chaos. So I feel like buying it is just dumb. And I don't really need it, but one of my rings right now is pretty terrible, so I could get a lot of use out of it. But I would really want it with to ultra combo it with an anoint on my amulet. But the anoint requires 2 golden oils, which I'm also not gonna do, because that's kind of expensive. Because then I would have chaining ice spears because of the snake pit, and they would bounce around everywhere. And then you have the anoint where all projectiles return to you after they hit their final target. And then pierce all target. Well, actually, no, with snake pit, I was remembering that wouldn't work because they can't pierce. I would at least hit another thing, which would be fine. I don't really need that. I don't know. It's all just kind of goofy. It's very expensive for not really actually helping all that much. Fucking my Unleash cast is so long. I just had to watch him kill me. Man, if Temporal Rift was instant cast, that would be ridiculous. That would be the lifesaver. Texas Realm. How far along am I in the game? When you get to maps, there are white maps when you start mapping. Then there's yellow maps when they get a little bit harder, like little medium difficulty maps. And then there's red maps. They go up to tier 16 of maps. I'm currently on tier 10 maps. And then past that, there's some harder stuff that's a little bit more... I mean, the game kind of scales difficulty infinitely. But as a general rule, tier 16 maps is where we want to be right now. And tier 16 maps is where that snake pit would start being a drop from specific bosses in that area. They just dropped. Beat the game is kind of a... not a real thing. I guess you could consider beating Maven currently beating the game. But this league even not so much because they added even more harder content in certain areas. How long would you say to get there? It's not very long. As long as I get some... Every single time I complete a map, there is technically a chance that I get a map of 1 tier higher when I kill the boss. And you can clear maps in like 3 minutes if you just rush the boss. If I got that map every single time I killed a boss of +1 tier, like 20 minutes we could be on tier 16. Or I could just buy one from trade if I really wanted to skip a bit. Oh my god. I thought I had immunity to Corrupted Blood. I think I... This is a good song. I think I meant to get it, but didn't. Because I don't need that anymore. Wait, no, I have it. What the fuck killed me then? It looked like I had Corrupted Blood on me. Maybe it was poison? Was it bleed? Normally I've been wanting to get immunity to bleed. It fucks me up hard. My flask is immunity to bleed, but it kills me so quick I don't even notice it. But that would still I still wouldn't have 100%. It's 10, 30. Yeah. Texas Renfest? I have no idea what that is. We don't really go out and do things or have lives. Going to the Texas Viking Festival. Gonna lift some fucking logs. Not gonna be a thrower. That's Highland Games. Very different. Very different log. That's the caber toss. Very different. Very different. Where's my tornado going? It's so loud! Underground River. You see, there's our first red map. Well, not our first. I think technically our second. That's a tier 11. It gets hard to sustain like tier 15, 16 at first. But we're not very far off. So we're going to want to quality this and make it rare so it drops more things so we have more chance of maps dropping on the map. I don't believe that I have any scarabs anywhere. I mean, I might as well. And then add... These are still all free. Essence. Reach. And I have no red quests. Unfortunately. So this is a Mortal Syndicate area, so fingers crossed that we actually see Varici. A mirror headhunter drop? No. I have not. My best drop I've ever had was a Paradoxica that ended up selling for like 20 exalts. Because it rolled some juicy shit. Because I really do a lot of betrayal. But I'd never thought about the significance of... I would just, like, do them. You know? Go fight end boss. Do betrayal.
We can't kill her.
I'm dead, you're dead, we all died, and now we're killing her. Pay it forward.
Nice. Thanks T4 Taco. It wasn't Taco, was it? Tier 4 Taco. Thanks Tier 4 Taco. Sano. I also... this character's not going to be good at it, I'm realizing. Every league, I like doing a few of the same mechanics. I like Betrayal. Delirium's okay, but I really like Simulacrums, which is like a horde mode wave simulator thingy, except the maps are terrible. Because somebody who works for GGG was like, I don't want to make a new map, let's just use the shitty town layouts that make no fucking sense. But Simulacrum's fun, and they added 10 waves to it this league, which are supposedly extremely hard, because wave 20 was pretty hard before. So 10 more waves is like the extra bonus fuck you difficulty for the super mega cuck builds. But I do not have like any defense on this character, and I take too long to shoot that like wave 20 Simulacrum will start, and I'll try and shoot and just die before I shoot. If I play the character the way it currently is. Like right there, I was mashing Temporal Rift because I saw how much damage I took. But it was like a full second of me needing to unleash all my projectiles before I could actually move and heal. It's gonna help a lot when I get more health. Ivory Tower 6-link when? When? I like delving. I've always liked delving, but I've never had the patience to get to a depth where it was actually challenging. I get to like depth 100 every league and I'm like, okay, that fucking took forever. I'm sick of doing this. So it's great this league. Now you can basically start at 100 depth. Yeah, I need that ivory tower that I have, but I'm basically using a tabula. Like, this armor that I have on is doing nothing. I need a second opinion as well on something. Hold up. After this boss. I guess I'll explain before I show. The masteries for evasion and armor are insane. They're so good. The masteries for energy shield are fucking garbage. Thoughts? Any gamers? Any thoughts? Just doing it in a tabula? Yeah, you can go really far in a tabula, especially if you like just have a super damage, probably bow build, I'm guessing, maybe. And you just kill things fast enough. Either bow build or like mines. Armor and ES hybrid? Yeah, that too. The hybrid one's crazy. Where's one of the energy shield ones? Energy shield mastery. Your light radius is based on energy shield. Fuck you. Cannot be frozen if your energy shield started recharging recently. It's I can't be frozen anyway. Stun threshold is based on your energy shield. You're going for stun immunity anyway. No one is building stun threshold. Trash. Generate 2% of energy shield. That's okay. Max mana is energy shield, which I'm even currently using and still don't even think is very good. But if you were actually doing a high mana build, but again, that's kind of a niche market for, are you doing a mana? You doing a mana thing? Then yeah, that's really good. And discipline, who cares? And where's one of the evasion ones? Evasion? Cannot be stunned if you haven't been hit recently. Way better than stun threshold. A 40% increased evasion. Pretty good. Movement speed if you haven't taken damage. I would love that. 30% chance to avoid all those ailments. Yeah, that's pretty good. 100% increased evasion from your body armor. Pretty good. The armor ones are the crazy ones. Definitely. The armor energy shield ones. What were they? Oh, there's one right there. One armor per one maximum energy on helmet. Pretty good. Defend with more armor. I don't know. I just don't like the energy shield ones. Fuck. How's the build feeling? Good. We have no survivability because our armor is trash, and we don't actually have energy shield, even though we're scaling energy shield heavily. But my damage and my clear is all great.
Cool wins.
And it's kind of making up for my survivability, but every once in a while I get stuck in an unleash cast and can't move and die. Because I get one shot by most things.
Be careful.
'cause I don't have enough life. I'm still mapping with like 3k life in red maps. Plan on going low life? Yeah, we're trying to get Varici to get some white sockets on this ivory tower because we need 3 green, 3 blue. And I figure it'll be easier to get white sockets than it will be to get the green sockets. And then we're going to corrupt it, and we need to try and 6-link it with the corruptions, with the scourging. And tainted orbs of fusing. And hope that that's enough. We're gonna, yeah, that's why we're getting white sockets instead. Because if we get 2 of these blue sockets to become white, we're good. And that shouldn't be... If we can actually set up Varici, it's pretty likely we get at least that. Get 2 greens, then you only need 1 white. I mean, if I find a harvest craft for, like, change a socket color into green, there's also the chance that we just find that and harvest. And then, yeah. I mean, this is a long-term project, but once we finish it, our life is going to triple, quadruple.
Would you want Ster making the calls?
Yeah, exactly. Like he's
just not sure how serious you could take it when he's
Our
like,
damage is going to go up because we're going to be low life. It's a big deal. Thank you, immense Congus Dongus. I don't even know where to put these skill points right now. I was considering... You know what I really think I should do? I had to come over here for the +1 max power charge. And then coming down 1 node for extra life. I feel like I'm really missing out by not being armor energy shield, because armor energy shield is really good. So I went this way just for survivability. Maybe. And we also would be able to get discipline and training, probably. Divine Flesh. Which one is that? It's one of the... Or is that the... You need the corruption thingy. The Legion orb to get. I forget what it is exactly. IDK, bro. These nodes are good if I want evasion rating down here, but it's like this pathing is cannot be justified. Timeless Jewel increases max chaos res and has 50% of damage bypass. Yes. That would also be pretty good. But I really want the ivory tower for the low life. So that I can reserve half my life and get like petrified blood or some shit. Or just another damage. I really like that you're not necessarily dependent on ivory tower or shavs anymore, because there's all this chaos res right here. Right next to the evasion energy shield gives you 30% of chaos damage, does not bypass, which I think really helps something like Divine Flesh being I don't know, very convenient. But yeah.
You shall make a fine pet for Amy!
I'm not sure that ivory tower is best in slot, but I just want it. Did I clear everything on this map? I did. I didn't get another map from it. See, that's what I mean. That was our tier 11 red map. Didn't drop a map. Now we're back down to our next best is tier 8 again. Or no, we have a tier 10. I want to run the 8 though. But my map isn't really set up for it. Yeah, I should have done Zana. Whoops. Whoops. I was even thinking of doing it too, and then I had other thoughts, which I regret having thoughts every time I have one.
Life is short, dear.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. You know what? It's fine. That was interesting. I put my tornado through a wall that projectiles couldn't go through. Link to my profile? No. I'm incognito mode. Another Void Bat. I do not want Badge of the Brotherhood. Marlene's is my like end game. Because you get so much crit molt from that. It's really good on Ice Spear. I originally built this with 2 Void batteries in Path of Building. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna get 2 Void batteries. But I'm not sure that I actually want it anymore. Because auto-casting Tornado is super convenient. But I think once I get into the damage range of, like, I'm just shitting damage because of Void batteries and everything, then I'll turn into more of a boss killer. Because the Tornado is really going to do a lot of damage against bosses. And I can just self-cast and be fine. Do I like MF Doom? I think I only know like one MF Doom song, and I recall it being okay. Yeah, I gotta say, like, when we start doing things like actual tier 16 bosses and Elder and stuff, even not even like the super endiest of endgame bosses, then it would be better to have 2 Void batteries. But for mapping's sake, auto-casting Tornado is a lot of convenience right now. And Void batteries are overpriced as shit right now as well. So getting the 1 was like, yeah, okay, I'll get 1. But I'm not in a hurry to get the 2nd until the price drops. Hell, what is this song from? From Pit People. Okay. MF Doom fucks. I read that as sucks first. I was like, damn. We got some haters in the chat. You know what? I want to hear this whole soundtrack, 'cause I like the song a lot. Aww. Reduced chance to block on a shield. The shield is pretty good. 30% chance to suppress. I think that reflects 1 physical damage was added by the corruption. I don't remember it having that. I was hoping it would add a stat that wasn't trash. Kind of looks like poop now. I don't even want to spend the time tier 3 crangling it. I'm gonna do that one. 1 physical damage? Yeah. Okay, parts of this song annoying. Farmed a battery? Yep. Yep, we got a few good things. This belt too also helped a lot. Just a resistance device. I'm looking forward to linking this tower. Kinda like that? No, I traded for that. My gloves, my boots, and my helmet are still all like things that they're really, 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 really bad. And I need to start figuring out what I'm gonna do about them. There's that, is it a helmet I'm thinking of, or gloves that cast all of the curses when you cast a socketed curse, which I guess you could just do with Bane anyway. Yeah, never mind, I don't need that. I keep going back and forth on like, should I get another apply additional curse? But then I keep thinking, wait, how am I going to apply it? It would be nice to apply it to bosses and help out my bossing. But most of the reason my curse is convenient right now is because I don't have to cast it. Okay, this music, fucking clown shoe music. Vixen gloves, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I feel like if I went that far and was like, oh, I'm gonna get a bunch of curses to apply, I was like, I should have just played Bane, because Bane is really good this league. It's generally always good, but... I've been getting this bug lately. Oh, it didn't happen here. Where Maven, like I kill the boss and Maven just doesn't leave and she stands there and keeps saying things and casting stuff on me. Rosanna, would you... Oh, someone's trying to kill me. From all the way over there. A traitor. Like a pretty comfy build? Yeah. There are much comfier versions of the exact same thing I'm doing. Wait, what? Right-clicking wasn't casting. Whoop! The tornado's starting to be good, though. I also do scale area of effect with every power charge, which I totally forgot Occultist does, because I really wasn't caring about that feature of Occultist at all. But now that we've got more power charges, and the tornado is actually like level 20, it's pretty big and it moves pretty fast. It's getting things done. And it does enough damage that you see it's like just instant killing anything it touches. We can just walk away and all that stuff's gonna get cleared. I'm letting my tornado do it. Do it, tornado. You let me out of here? Boss man's dead. I'm just killing all your birds. Went for a hike this morning. That sounds nice. Going to the gym later. I'm gonna practice picking up log. Very exciting. He's worth anything? Nope. Damn, that's the second face breaker I've gotten. They've both been about 650. I want to try a scourging one, but like, I don't feel like it's worth the time when they roll that poorly. Still prepping for a strongman? Yep, it's in December. And I'm always out of Alcorbs lately. I'm seeing Alcorbs are dropping in stacks, so I get like a few of them in a burst, but it feels like I'm getting less of them, but I'm picking, you know, because they're stacking, I'm picking them up less, but overall I feel like I'm getting just less. If I have goal numbers, I need to be able to do, I think, overhead log 165 pounds by December. That is the main thing that I want. I have the numbers for all the events of everything I need to be able to do, and that's the only one that I'm like super concerned that I won't be able to meet it. I mean, I should be able to meet 165. My current division is supposed to be 185, but they might be dropping it. Because a lot of the people that are entering the little baby novice division that was put together are probably not going to be able to do it. Do I have a Hellwork Hamlet? I need a yellow Hellwork. Not yellow as in rare, but that is yellow. Best of luck with the training. Yeah. My trainer was saying when the first time he entered an open division, strongman, and he is a strong man. The weight minimum required for the log lift for him was I think he said his was 165, and his was like actual open division, not novice little babies. I'm a novice baby. So the current numbers on the log for what we're doing is high. Is high. Let's see if we can get some color crafting. Competitive lifting, yup. Baby lifting. Couldn't care less about any of that. Oh, even if I got color crafting on these, the item level is too low for the ivory tower we want to use it on. The soundtrack reminds me of Lisa, but not as crazy as Lisa. Almost. Almost going there. Get out of here. I hate Harvest. Get out of here. Someone's gotta lift those babies? I mean, I guess it'll have to be me.
You gave my pride a bloody nose. Now the greed.
Where's my boy Varici?
You won. So congratulations. The syndicates.
You fight well in a cage. Let's see how you live in it.
Oh, he moved. I don't want to go over there. There's like a bunch of guys trying to kill me, trained assassins, and a metamorph. That guy is a bear.
No more cells. You have to promise. I really.
Dude, where the fuck is Varici?
Rot in that cage, bastard.
The syndicates will abort. Strong and reasonable. I like you, Exile.
I've done so many of these and have seen him one time. Funny that like transitioning into Scourge while doing Legion is actually better because of all the explosions. Just give me all the mob density. Hearing about your fitness goals? Goals are cool. I mean, I was working out a lot. My trainer kept being like, hey, you should really enter, you should really enter, you should really enter. And one day I came home and I was showering from being a sweaty boy and I was like, why don't I enter? Like, I'm doing all of this anyway. I'm working out a lot. And the moment that I decided like, hey, I'm gonna enter this thing, I got a lot more motivated myself to just actually have a thing that I need to do. It's not just doing with purpose. It got a lot more fun after that. It was already pretty fun. I enjoy it. Rich is being a mastermind. He is, but you can still fight masterminds.
Salah. Thanks to your hard.
I should clear some of these safe houses. Just cuz. I don't want to do... I need Varici in research is what we're trying to do. Didn't think so? Fairly certain. I mean, yeah, I've run into Varici. It just hasn't been happening a lot. And he's really the only guy I'm looking for, so I'm noticing it. It's my bias. Oh, I haven't activated a single prophecy this league so far. I keep forgetting. Oh, they actually, wait, no, they removed master crafting from prophecies, did they not? They did. I'm telling you, they did. I forget where they put it, though. They put it in Delve. That makes sense.
A mother bear will fight to the death to protect her cubs. Don't make me
Yeah, dude, she took a lot of damage from Tornado. Whoop, 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 whoop. Nope.
This one will be difficult to tame.
Still, yeah, I mean, there's still really good prophecies. Okay. I mean, who cares, right? It's gotta be a normal. I want to hit some chaos multi on this hunter quiver because everyone is playing Toxic Rain as always. What the fuck? I don't know what any of these are. Is that one chaos? None of these are chaos. These ones are crit. That's fire. Oh, this one's... Wait, fuck. This one's chaos. Fuck. Dumbass. The purple one is chaos. Who knew? They color code them. Not me. Hello. Kurta Kyle 777. Thank you. Welcome. The fuck? All these songs. I think I've had enough. I think I've had enough. Still don't know where my skill tree's going. Ignored. Borichi. They're not on this map, but I'm still looking for you. Who knows? He could be anywhere. Xana, where are you, Xana? Nah. Hello, Xana. I'm advancing the story. I'm trying to get to red tier maps, which are higher tier maps, which will get us to other better bosses thingies. We're also trying to get betrayal content to show up so that we can craft on our chest piece that we want to wear. But getting further into the map system, deep into red maps is the goal, which in a way is kind of progressing story, I guess.
I envy you at times, Nomad. You act in the service of survival. You move with purpose and with fragile.
Every moment we spend
Everything at the same time. Yeah, once you get into maps, you can't yourself decide specifically all the time to do exactly one thing. You can influence how frequently certain things show up, but you can't say like, I'm doing this over and over and over again, unless you like trade for exactly that. And I hate trading for that kind of stuff though, because it's like impossible to trade in bulk for it. So we've got some item side project, well, not even a side project. I would very much like to just be doing betrayal over and over and over and over again, so I could trade for betrayal scarabs if I really wanted to do it over and over again. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to trade for them because it's a pain in the ass. They stack now actually, so I probably could more realistically than you'd normally would be able to. Are there betrayal scarabs? I think there are. There's like a scarab for everything. There's gotta be. And then once we get all that done and like have a solid, there we go. I would love to just keep doing expedition logbooks and progress that. Okay, so here's a way to explain it for you. Every 3 months, Path of Exile adds a new league. The current league is the Scourge one, where you go into the Scourge universe and everything tries to kill you, and there's new items that you can get through Scourge, and its whole thing, and you get it on every single map. But once Scourge is no longer the new league, you'll only get to see it on 8% of maps in specific areas, pretty much. If it does immediately come back. Not all things come back. But each new expansion has like a progression. Scourge not so much, but Betrayal has like its own unique storyline that was once upon a time the main expansion. Now it's just one of many things you could be doing. So progressing Betrayal, it has its own, like, you need to do this before you can fight the end Betrayal boss. And it has within that a whole bunch of mechanics of getting very specific types of loot and blah 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 blah. So we would like to see a lot of Betrayal currently. Yeah, Scourge has the passive tree, but it's very much like it has bosses within Scourges, but a lot more random than something like Heist is its own complete like other game mode story mode. Scourge is just kind of nah, fuck them up. And you can get Scourge maps, so I don't know if there's like other endgame Scourge stuff that I haven't seen yet that's a little bit more deterministic. Or what, I guess what you would consider story, based on what the original kind of question was. Like, there's no conclusion to the Scourge plot, is there? There's not like, oh, you killed the Mega Demon, you did it. I mean, there might be. There usually is something like that with every expansion. Like, even Ultimatum, which had no story, you eventually got to fight Ultimatum Man, and that could be kind of considered the end. Heist was fun, a lot of people hated it. I imagine Heist League itself was great, which I didn't play, because you could... I heard people saying that they played so much Heist that they, like, didn't even beat the campaign before they were, like, level 90. That sounds awesome. But now having to level up... The only thing that sucks about it is having to level the guys every league. And in a league where they made things happen quicker, I feel like eventually Heist is going to get a patch where it's like, hey, all of your lackeys start at like level 1 instead of level 0. But that would take away a lot of the introduction, which they put a lot of work into a Heist of like meeting all the characters. So I don't know exactly how they would pull it off and how they would want to do it. But it needs some way to just, I guess, increase the amount of experience they gain. It's very tedious to do more than one time. Tier 3 Deodri's tenure plus 30 dex. That's actually not bad. Yeah, I might use these. Intelligence requirement does not matter to me. 50% spell damage is the lowest roll possible. Reduce cast speed. Love reduce cast speed. It's just that these gloves I'm wearing don't do anything. They give me lightning resist. And that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Lightning resist and evasion. But I would rather have more energy shield. How much energy shield am I gonna have with that? 976. It's like nearly 200. Eh, a little less than 200. I hate Heist. I like that Heist has a barrier to entry so that people can farm it exclusively in a trade economy. And that you don't have to do it. And it makes it more valuable that other people have done it. Let me see what my cast speed is feeling like with this. Yeah, it's already pretty bad. Personally don't like that there is a trade economy. I agree. But when there is a trade economy, it's a great thing that it is separated that way. You heard any of my rants when I was going over the expedition stuff, or the Chris Wilson podcast style things. I'm just like, they need to rebalance solo self-found for solo self-found. And that kind of ties into that same thing, that if there is no trade economy, things should be different, because you balance the game around there being a trade economy. And you're making a hard mode to solve the trade economy, but you already have a game mode that you're neglecting that fixes the... Every time Chris Wilson has said, well, in hard mode, you'll notice that blah, blah, blah fixes this problem. You could replace hard mode with solo self-found, and it would still be correct, with the exception of, for some reason, they say they don't want to balance solo self-found. Which, now that they're making hard mode, makes fucking no sense. My lightning resist is probably not capped. No, it is capped like this. I'm gonna keep these on then. For now. I'm gonna fix this cast while damage taken, get like cold snap. Cut solo self from transferring to trade. Yes, they should. And then they should balance it to be its own thing. Then I would only play that. But like playing solo self-found, doing everything to get like a Cirrus 8 to show up. You farm Cirrus 8, you kill the boss, and he drops nothing. I was like, oh, well, in a trade economy, we don't want to give out too many awakened gems, but if you kill Cirrus in solo self-found, it should be a guarantee no matter what, you always get at least one awakened gem. There's no reason for it not to do that. Other than development time. And honestly, fuck those guys. Feel like I don't burn out as easily. Yeah, I could talk for forever about the difference in trade and solo self-found. I find it really interesting. I wrote like a Patreon blog post kind of about it for Myriad. Darkest Dungeon 2 comes out tomorrow? I knew the trailer. Oh, shit, I had no idea it was coming out that quickly. I'm very interested. But that's news to me. Fuck, dude. I think I'm too deep into PoE to play it on launch. Tomorrow, 26th? I mean, what is today? I have no idea what the day is. Is it early access? Or is it like game done? It has to be early access, right? Okay, that's... yeah, I'm not gonna play it until it's finished. Though, I kind of... like, Darkest Dungeon is one of those games where... if you stream it and play it and you don't know anything about it, you get backseated to hell, and it's like Dark Souls where everyone has like some judgmental perspective on how things are being done and what you do and do not know. And my game just crashed. So that it'll be a shame to not play it when it comes out, when no one knows anything, but also I mean, everyone already... I've never played Darkest Dungeon, so I am gonna be behind no matter what. And I'm just gonna not care about that, I guess. I mean, as an example, these last few days of PoE streaming have been kind of nice where I'm so into the game that I'm not actually looking at chat and nothing is happening in chat anyway, but it doesn't matter because I'm doing it for the game. I'm not doing it for the chat. Which helps me be a better streamer, I think.
Keep your eyes sharp.
If that were something that I were interested in being. Varici. It's pure unadulterated gaming. Yes. Valdo's Rest. Is it Watchstone? Well, then the map is going to be too low level. Worst part of streaming is the viewers. I think that most of the people who watch streams, even popular streams that have crazy fast chats, most viewers obviously aren't in chat, don't care what chat is saying, and anytime you interact with chat and you get into an argument with one viewer, it detracts from the other every other viewer. And if you as a streamer have enough interesting stuff to say about what you're doing, then it doesn't matter what chat is asking or saying. Well, most streams, and a lot of the time when you stream actually daily, which I don't do, you rely on chat to like give you conversation starters. But to compare it to back in the day, when everything was a Let's Play on the YouTube, and I could talk for 20 minutes nonstop in a late night live commentary, if you could do that while you were live and just like not even actually be talking to people, odds are that the stream quality would be higher. Other than if you don't talk to chat, no one will subscribe to you. Because if you don't subscribe bait people, no one does. So every once in a while, just like enjoy the game, talk to yourself about the game, have interesting insight on game, and then every once in a while say that you want to end this stream but you need $20,000 to end it in style.
People bring food to you, or you keep food stashed next to the computer because you literally do not want to get up from the computer.
Exactly, true, thank you. And Twitch Prime gives you a free sub? True. I think it was the first day of streaming PoE, maybe? Yeah, the first 14-hour day. I streamed for 14 hours.
The master works all, you can't go wrong.
Like, someone would sub every 2 hours, like one person per 2 hours, and at the end of the stream, I made a joke about extending the stream 30 seconds for every sub, and then I got, like, 50, it felt like. It's kind of a... It's kind of a shame how much you actually benefit from what I would consider making worse content. But it'd be like that. Paradox of content creation. Content creation is weird. Where, like, universally everyone can tell you that clickbait is bad, BuzzFeed is dumb, all these YouTubers with their fucking faces gaping, pog mouths with arrows pointing to the thing, it's all awful. It's just undeniably awful, and yet, why is that actually what is working? Sag. Except all of that works so well. I think it's the same thing in gaming when someone will be like, yeah, microtransactions, they're killing their game, they shouldn't add microtransactions. Genshin Impact, highest grossing game, like crazy, everyone fucking buys everything, we love it, thank you. Walk into town in Path of Exile, everyone has MTX. People want MTX. You hear people talk all the time like, oh dude, if there was an MTX for like this thing that I use, oh man, I'd be all over that. People want to support the shit they enjoy. But then at the same time, like, certain people are not allowed to do it. MTX, if EA does it, doesn't matter how they do it, what the fuck are you doing? Genshin Impact, Can you add more? More boxes. Can we get like a Christmas themed cosmetic box? I'm fucking begging you. Begging, I'm on my knees.
There you are. Ready to revisit the past? It's time.
I need to respec the skill tree and figure out what I'm doing. I need to get this armor on so that I can respec it in the way that I need to. I need another void battery. That too. If I had another void battery, I would stop self-casting tornado, and then we can get skill duration. I don't think... This is the dilemma of making your own build. Of how the giant phase of questioning whether or not anything was even working yesterday. I'm kind of getting a little frustrated to just putting more time into the build. And now it's working better. But I still have a few unanswered questions of what to do. And the time spent deciding what to do is like... If I wasn't doing that and played something someone had already made, I'd be a lot further ahead, but also would be having less fun because then I'd fucking be like gaming to an itinerary. Once I stop thinking about what my build needs to do next, it gets boring. So I'm gonna have to roll my shoulders a lot before we go. Oh shit, it is already 2 p.m. We need to be at gym at 4, and I need to eat before I go, so I might only be able to play for another hour and a half. When you don't have to pay money for them. I think it's great if the loot box can be acquired through normal play, but also you could just buy as many as you want. I think when it really annoys people is when it looks like the reason the game was made was to sell the MTX. And not the other way around, that they made a good game and you want to buy the MTX to support it. Because then once the game is good, no one cares. Then they want to spend money. So like the difference between how Hearthstone Mercenaries did it, where they were trying to sell shit before anyone could even play the game. And no one even had any idea what the game was. And it's like, no, buy it. Like, last chance to buy it. We won't be selling these again. I've literally never fucking played your game yet. Is it good? Doesn't matter. It's a vessel for monetization. Battlefront's 2 initial design. Mixed feelings on those too. I think is that because Battlefront you could just buy endgame shit. Like you wouldn't have to level your character, so you would be stronger. I think the problem is people do not want to play games, even single player games, where people might be better than them at it. Quicker than them, even though that's just normal. Like if a new FPS game came out today, there would be people already so good at it that you would never be as good as them as like an average player. But if Battlefront comes out and is like, hey, you could unlock all this shit for like just paying a little bit more, then it's like, I don't, man, pay to win. I'm just losing to these people who have the things I don't. And even to an extent, the people that don't want to play Path of Exile are like, it's too much information to learn. I just wouldn't be good at it. People seems to get this, and I don't yet without putting any time investment in. You need to win the single player game for it to be fun. and it's certainly different when it's competitive and it's technically, you know, a multiplayer, but I don't think if it wasn't marketed in that way, no one would notice or care. I don't know what's killing me on this map. Is it physical reflect again? Well, I have elemental weakness on me. Yeah, it's physical reflect. I can't have tornado on. It does like no physical, but it's still enough to instant kill me. It's kind of ridiculous. I think this is the biggest tell now that tornado. Okay, final opinion. Not final opinion. Big opinion on tornado. It is not good to start with a tornado. Tornado gets much better with gem levels and increased area of effect and other, like, your actual attack damage scaling. And the movement speed that it gets per gem levels is like a must-have. So if you're just leveling with tornado, it is not good at all. But like gem level 20, really good attack damage, starts becoming a lot better. Because I'm missing out on having it right now, like a lot. Oh, I should put Frost Bomb on my castle. No. Cold Snap's fine once it levels. And we'll get Frenzy charges from it. Like, all these stragglers chasing me would be dead if I had a tornado. Amy! Orlac! I wouldn't have been stuck in that situation if I had a tornado. Fuck, dude. Transform! 300 life per second while in the nightmare. One additional abyssal jewel. Doing it. Sugma. Mega transactions. Hell yeah. Deer skill tree. Where is the most defense? Like, if I had a shield, I'd get all these shield nodes that are wherever the hell they are now. They moved over here somewhere. But I ain't using no shield. The block dual wheeling is all the way over here. Not being over here sucks. It's too hard. It might be worth coming down here and getting Heartseeker and max cold res evasion. 30%. I'd get the avoid bleeding. Bleeding is destroying me. And what else am I near? Spell suppression. How so? Paradox Games, yeah. Man, look at what's the city building game? City Skylines. Go to that Steam page and look at like the $900 worth of editions they sell for it. The Sims kind of does it. The Sims also has like endless expansion model, and all the expansions are quite expensive for what they offer. That adds up to like, if you wanted all the content, you're like playing hundreds of dollars for one game. Rather than any other indie game at this point. And most games that are just like, hey, new free content update, Dead Cells. We're still making this game like 3 years later. Enjoy. It's like if every Dead Cells update was $20. And it gets to the point where it's so confusing which DLC adds what, and it'll offer you the giant pack of just buy them all for like 10% off. You're too stupid to know which one you want anyway. Did I finish this map? Was I doing this map? Where was I? Oh, I just opened this. I was looking at my skill tree again. We're 86. We're growing up. I think the reason I'm so stuck on knowing whether or not, like, what skill points to put in, is I'm really not sure if I'm going to have evasion energy shield, pure energy shield, or even if transitioning to the left side of the tree and getting armor would be better. And once I start locking in some of the gear that I actually want, I'll understand that better. I think armor energy shield would be the best. I'm just not sure if the pathing to get over to where all of that is worth it, because I already had to path to evasion for power charge. Though, if I unpath from the power charge and anoint it, I think armor would be better, because Ivory Tower, which we want to use, is already armor. But I feel like armor without a way to reduce spell damage is kinda like not having spell block at least a little bit, which I won't have. I like evasion the most. I know a lot of people were saying evasion looks like it was a little bit weaker compared to the other ones. But evasion's just nice. The only people saying that and generating the popular opinion for all PoE players are hardcore players. Like, for hardcore, yeah, do not go evasion. You don't want to rely on randomly not evading something that will kill you. A defense that sometimes doesn't work. Not the best investment. Because if it doesn't work once in 100 hours of playing, then you're dead. But it is still very reliable. Evasion feels stronger? I would agree. Evasion looks very, very good. Especially starting from, like, the Ranger area on the skill tree. Ranger... It's just so easy for them to get spell suppression and evasion. Starting on Witch, it's... yeah. Not quite so simple. Every new WoW expansion. Yeah. Gamers rise up, you know what I'm saying?
When I'm ready, and not before.
Also, as demonstrated by some of the podcasts Chris Wilson did, no one knows how evasion works, and people think that the entropy on evasion was a bad thing. I'm just using too many words now. That's kind of what's nice about streaming PoE lately. It's like every single mechanic, no one who watches me plays this game, so to actually explain anything is like a gigantic conversation of, oh, I had no idea. Evading evasion. Still don't understand how entropy works. You don't really need to. It's just good to understand that entropy is helpful. It reduces the RNG of whether or not you evade. Where people would say evasion is like, hey, you have a 50% chance to evade. It's not quite that simple. It isn't actually literally. Nice, tabula. Cool. If you have a 50% chance to evade, you actually have a significantly higher chance to evade if it's the first time that monster is attacking you. Because of entropy, which says that when a monster is attacking you, they are starting at a level of man, it's really hard to explain. That's why a lot of people don't get it. I'm trying to think, like, how can I quickly explain this and also be correct? So I think I can be approximately correct, but if there was anyone who actually knew, they could very slightly, like, well, actually, it's, you know, I'm trying to avoid the well, actually, while getting the gist around. 'Cause the gist is all that matters. You don't need to be able to do the fucking math for it. Pseudo-random. Yeah, monsters spawn with, like, a chance to miss your evasion that scales up as they miss your evasion. So eventually your evasion will run out against an individual monster and they will hit you. But because you usually kill monsters before they attack more than once or twice, evasion is really good. It's a lot of added damage to bows, and I don't know, someone might want it. Mine. How's the build shaping up? Very good. We're waiting on a lot of items that we need to do, and then we need to respec my skill tree, and there's a lot left to do, but it's shaping up well. I need to end stream in about 45 minutes at the most. Go, 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 go. Varici. Where's Varici? Varici? Did I get any Orbs of Horizon? I did not. Let's do this logbook.
Hail!
Let's play. Monsters reflect physical. Fuck you. Yo, these are all... I use that many chaos on it. Those were all, like, death sentences.
This expedition might take us through a Karui site.
Looking to see if void batteries dropped in price. Nope. I got mine for 2 Exalt. They're currently trading for 2.5.
Over here.
There's a little boss den over there. Gotta make sure we hit that. Well, not boss den, but whatever you'd call them. I don't know. Sure. Let's just go that way.
There could be anything in that treasure.
It's not. That's really awkward. Let's go down first. Immune to curses. Which is different than hexproof, I have found out. I can't do that even though influenced item would be nice. Immune to curses, can't hit that shit. You can still mark curse immune monsters. Hex marks are not curses. They're marks. So yes, you could still mark them. Yeah. You can mark hexproof? Yeah, marks are their own thing now. I don't think anything is like mark immune. However, they're like their own separate thing, but also the amount of curses and marks you can have on something are cumulative. So you can't have a curse and a mark. So they're the same only in that now, I think would be the best way to. I don't. So it's weird because they still kind of count as a curse, but not all the time. That almost killed me. It basically killed me. Shit. Oh, dude, I can just pop a Val Righteous Fire and then Temporal Rift immediately. And then recover my health. Let's start doing that. Unleash takes so fucking long to cast. And giving these guys a chance to block and avoid damage and stuff is making this a pain. I believe I'm getting to the point now as well where dying actually is reducing experience enough that it matters. Yo. Once upon a time, I was immune to stuns, and then I took that off for some reason. Is evasion horrible against bosses? No, because most bosses telegraph their attacks so much that you are just avoiding them as a player. And if you don't avoid the gigantic boss slam, armor is not going to save you. Energy shield is not going to save you. Evasion might save you. Dude, I got fucking one tap. You fucking shot me. We got one portal left after this one. Let's, you know, go slow. We kind of juiced these guys a little too much. Pick up our loot. Let my tornado get him. Does death look like glitches? Yeah. They're very sudden. I'm still like well under the base level recommended. I should have like 4K life. At least. But you could even have by the time you enter maps. Sanctified fossil. I think up here at this point is they're starting to block attacks. And it's making them not die when I need them to die. And now, I was just... Those arrow guys will one-shot me. But I started shooting before they started shooting, and I'm locked in the animation for so long that if at any point they pull their gun up, I'm just gonna die. Patience. You're very slow. You're very vulnerable. Take your time. Let the tornado get them. It's my last portal. Because I have 6 layers of defense and they're all portals.
Much clutter.
Should be everything, though it didn't say complete because you have to kill like every enemy. Doesn't really matter. Double checking. Okay. Can't die if you can't go to maps. You can still die. Can always die. My life full. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. My washboard sexy gym abs coming along. I've gained weight. Negative. Negative abs. I mean, probably positive abs, but they're much further down there now. Yep. What is best with friends, hardcore or normal? Well, if you're playing with your friends and your friend dies in hardcore and you don't die, you're not playing with your friend anymore. Unless you both reset because one of you died and then one of you's gonna not want to. So, normal. Oh, while you're in Scourge, you can't see the essence thing, but they still movement block you. Do I use link skills? Hell yeah. I mean, the link skills seem extremely strong because they don't really even need investment to be good. It's like a one link. Just throw it on somebody and they gain a bajillion benefit like the flame link one. So would you like to be doing a bunch of more fire damage? Sure. Why do we go to the Shadow Realm every once in a while? To kill the Shadow Realm minions. Of course. Dude, I want my tornado to be that big. Where's my little baby tornado? Path of Exile? For a little bit longer. I gotta go soon. I mean, if there was a whole demon portal that you could just go into all the time whenever you want it, wouldn't it be unpatriotic to just never go in it and not kill demons? Ever go in the demon portal, I die. Generally in PoE, not even generally, always, the league mechanics that you'll find on a map are gonna be stronger than the actual monsters you're fighting, leveling by a lot. Meh. Meh. Wham! God damn it! I hardly knew you, shirt. I'll work Hamlet and you? Nope. Didn't I grab a few? I guess I don't have a few to grab. So finally, when you finally reach exile, you're exiled at the start of the game. The game is the path of you after being exiled. You've misunderstood. I'm not even leveling anything in Scourge. I'm gonna stop doing it. Atlas mission from Nico. Lame. I need June missions. It's like all that I want. Also, this map plus the Zana map might be my last ones. The DD2 beta. Nope. Pretty down with the playing finished games. What you got for me, Xana?
Good luck out there. Good luck out there.
My Atlas gems might be in the wrong spot. Can I move them from here? They are. Whoops, wrong order. Boop. I gotta wake up. Oh shit, Ashley? My wife? My wife? My wife? I guess I'll find out. We ordered groceries. Fucking millennials. I hope we actually got them. 'Cause that will make my pre-workout meal happy. I said I was going to stop doing Scourge. I lied. The fuck? What do I still have efficacy on? Vortex? I need to take that off. Fine, Cassia. Today's your day. Need some better oils. Old announcer man? A tainted blow in the head. Is that one of the lines? I gotta wake up. I'm tired. What is it to anoint you? Red, white, white. That's a little annoying. That's not hard to get though. Shit, I only have 16 more minutes to complete the Zana mission. You cannot use the Varici craft on a corrupted item, can you? Oh yeah, it said not corrupted. I looked at that. I was thinking I should get started on just what? Suddenly I blew up. Very suddenly.
When I'm ready, and not before.
What is blowing up? Those thingies? I'm trying to figure out what I was standing on that just oh, maybe that? I don't know. Usually that boss just die. Hit him again. Don't blow me up with fires. That must have been the exact range for them all to pop on me. Delirium. Delirium. Time 2:45. We have to leave by 3:30. I need to make food that takes like basically 30 minutes. Yeah, I gotta go. Did I try out the new GG Strive changes? I played for like, I streamed a little bit the day after. Nah, I think I'm just kind of over the game as a whole. I like all the changes a lot, but I'd rather just watch a big tournament than actually play. Oh shit, Sire Shar. It's one day. One day I'll make a build with you. One day. Until then, I'm gonna have to get off now. I might stream after I come back from the workout, which might be like 2, even 3 hours from now. Who knows how long these things take. Bought Melty, but I haven't touched it in weeks. The game, Guilty Gear frustrated me a lot. Fighting games tend to do that to me now, and I'd rather just not be frustrated. So, I'm not gonna play it. See you. See if there's someone hostable. What the fuck, Truck streaming making food? I'm gonna host him. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what I'm sending you to. You're alt-tabbed anyway. You're in another room. You're gonna be like, why did my stream turn on? I had it muted.